What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and today we got to talk about how Dave Meltzer just thinks there is no best for business anymore. Again, this guy has more crackpot ideas now. The older he gets, day by day, his brain is rotting away. In his latest hotline, he talks about Dana White not wanting to step down and wanting to do this forever and all this and this. When his 70-some-year-old butt is still alive and kicking. So, how about you practice what you preach, Dave? Since you want to groan and moan and talk about people staying well past their prime, why don't you go and have a good, hard look in the mirror, Uncle Dave? And today, Uncle Dave, well, they were discussing the John Cena thing from the Royal Rumble post show about how it's best for business that I win my 17th championship and I go on and main event WrestleMania is best for business, which I have my opinions on that. I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't think that's best for business at all. Because what happens after he wins it? He's got to lose it within less than a year because he's done come December. And they don't do pay-per-views in December anymore, or PLEs, whatever you want to call it, in December anymore. So therefore, if they're going to make him drop it on a PLE, it's got to happen at Survivor Series. And then what do? John Cena, yes, he's being so selfish. Yes, he could get away with it because he's John Cena. But in my opinion, I don't like, he's become the very thing that he was preaching against 10 years ago. So there you go. And he's admitted it. Yeah, I was wrong back then about being part-timers and all this. He's a part-timer now. He's doing now what The Rock did to him 10, 15, whatever many ever years ago it was. No doubt about it. And then, well, let me play you this clip here, and I'll talk about it because Meltzer misses one key point in his argument that there is no best for business. WWE can do whatever they want to, and it'll still be hot with these ticket prices. Blah blah blah. Just listen, and we'll come back.
It's funny because it actually reminds me of the Cena did the promo after the Royal Rumble,
which they showed next. In fact,
they didn't show the whole promo though. But the thing that they didn't show was him going off on. I mean, he did mention best for business, but he went much deeper on the without the editing. And I mean, it was funny watching it because he just basically said that the best thing for business is for me to main event WrestleMania and win my 17th championship. And I thought, you know what? None of this matters. There is no best for business. It's like all the stuff like angles and stuff. It's like people going like, oh, Roman's more over than Jay or Punk's more over than Jay, and moving numbers and everything they are. But guess what? It doesn't matter because right now there is no best for business. It's all the same. It's really an interesting time. I mean, it's just the show. The show is what it is. It could be, Gunther against Punk. It could be Gunther against Cena. It could be Gunther against Jey Uso. It could be Gunther against Cody Rhodes. And the business is all going to be exactly the same. It's just a unique period. So there is no best for business, which is actually great if you're a booker, because all you got to do is I'll do this, And it's like Jay's got a lot of momentum. He's a good guy. People are going to be really happy. They're going to feel great for him. So when he wins, we'll get a big pop. It's like, now is Jay strong enough to be champion as compared to Punk? It doesn't matter because business is that strong. Like I said, this is the easiest time in history to be a good booker because even in eras like when Austin Rock were on top, there were still the variations. Like if you had the wrong main event, you still go down. You had the right main event, you still go up, even though that period was pretty damn strong and even survived, with Rock carrying it when Austin was hurt. It actually did great business, but it was still the personalities, not that the personalities aren't over now, but it was still personality driven, certain personalities, right? The Hogan era was big, but it was so driven by Hogan. You take Hogan out of the mix, business goes down every time. Okay. I mean, and down significantly. Now, I don't care who it is. Roman can go home for 6 months. John Cena could never come back. Whatever. It's a machine. It's like UFC. These companies have just been built into machines, and these fans are so into it, and they're going to pay whatever these guys charge for prices. I mean, there's no time ever in history they could have charged these prices and drawn a third of what they did on Saturday. I mean, that's how crazy this period is when it comes to a big show.
So there you have it. WWE could do no wrong. There is no best for business. People are always going to pay these ticket prices just because, blah, blah, blah. Does he not forget now? Granted, I'm going to say this up front. WrestleMania is the draw. You could probably put whatever you want on it, but WrestleMania is the draw. Does he not forget 1 year ago? 1 year ago. Maybe a little bit less than 1 year ago. Or more than 1 year ago. Sorry. It's been a day, folks. When they did that WrestleMania kickoff thing in Vegas, ironically, and or even it was like a week before that when Cody just gave his WrestleMania spot away. He gave the main event away to Dwayne Johnson and said, "You can have this title opportunity. I'm going to go for the other title." And the crowd booed, and we had the "We Want Cody" movement overnight or over the weekend. And all of a sudden, in the course of 2 days, WWE realized they screwed up. Dwayne Johnson realized he screwed up. And they went with what was best for business because they realized that what they were doing at the time was not best for business. The fans told them it wasn't best for business. They rejected it. So this whole thing that WWE is infallible is so wrong. They totally can make mistakes between now and then. I think John Cena main eventing a WrestleMania is a huge mistake, in my opinion. Am I biased for it? Yes, I've never been a big John Cena fan ever. So, you know, I is he the greatest of all time? Maybe, maybe. He carried that company for 10 years at least, and it just he saved that company from going under when it could have went under at any minute. In that late, 2000, from about 2008 onward. Okay, they weren't doing too good. That's when the cracks in Vince McMahon's armor started to show. But to sit there and say there is no best for business when just 1 year ago they were just as hot then as they are now. To say that there is no best for business when 1 year ago clearly they had to do a complete 180. Clearly, between Punk getting injured and then the whole "We Want Cody" movement that happened, to sit there and say that there is no best for business and that anybody's going to pay whatever to go see him, that's wrong, dude. That's totally wrong. You're dead wrong about it, Uncle Dave. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I mean, also the best for business thing, if there was no business and the business was white hot, Tony Khan wouldn't be such in the shitter that he's in. That's another thing that you have to figure in. They're not hot. Just it just magically happened overnight. Everybody started to be liking wrestling again. No. It took Vince McMahon to get ousted and Tony Khan to lose his complete ever loving mind to get to where we are now. And it took that 180 last year for it to get to where we are now. We were supposed to get we were supposed to get Rock versus Roman last year and Cody versus Seth last year. If Punk had not gotten injured, Rock still would have stepped in, and Cody would have been, Lord knows where Cody would have been if that was the case. So think about that real hard, Uncle Dave, before you sit there and go, "Oh, it just magic thing. It just happened." No, there's a lot of things that WWE is doing for this to happen. Triple H is on his, pun intended, A game right now. He is the game right now. He's not infallible. A lot of his booking decisions I don't get. But, you know, at least H is making new stars, while AEW is just using the same ones that were rejected by WWE. Triple H has made a new star. I mean, did y'all not see Jey Uso? I have never seen an encore for somebody's entrance like that. Ever. That man is a star. And it took a while of building to get him there. It took at least 2 years worth of building to get him there. And they did it right. The Intercontinental title win was the first step. He loses the Intercontinental title. Has a world title match. Doesn't win. Now he has to win the Royal Rumble, and now he has a guaranteed title shot. And guess what? He's probably going to win the title, whichever one they decide to. I'm leaning toward him facing Gunther, but he's finally going to slay the beast. Now I'm concerned about what they do with Gunther after this. Real concern, because Gunther's title reign has been way underwhelming, and that's part of the booking. That's not, that's part of the cracks in the system. Gunther's title reign so far has been extremely underwhelming. Him coming out there going, I'm the best in the world, I'm the Ring General, and I'm sorry, there's only so many times you could cut that same promo before it gets boring. And it's become boring. I'm sorry, it has. But let me know what you guys think about Uncle Dave. He thinks WWE is infallible, and he thinks that we're just going to go along with it, and he thinks that no matter what, we'll pay whatever they want, and that'll be it. I had a chance to go to WrestleMania this year. I had a chance I'm going on vacation to Las Vegas in June, early June. There's a reason why I did not bump it up a month to April. Ticket prices are too damn expensive. I mean, I'm not poor by any means. I'm living pretty damn comfortably thanks to my hard work and thanks to my family's hard work. But I'm not. I do have my limits on how much I will pay to go watch wrestling, and WWE hit them. So they're not infallible. Not everybody's willing to pay those ticket prices. Not everybody's willing to do whatever they want. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll see you down the road.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?